Hey guys, how are you? Josh here. I'm excited. Welcome, welcome. Let's give it just a few minutes. I'll just hang out with you, and we'll give time for some people to come on into the room here live. Can everybody hear me okay? You just type in the chat box if you can. Hello, everybody. Hey, there's some chats. Hey, Greg. Hey, Alan. Hey, Luke. Glad to see you here. Looks like we got about 43 in here so far. We'll have some scragglers here. 45. Okay, cool. I got a really cool presentation for you. I'm really excited. You're going to love it. It's going to be worth your time, I promise. Get me a drink of water here. Okay, we're about up to 50 here. They're still rolling in. So how was everybody's Valentine's Day? What's going on? Hey, Bob. Hey, John, Mark, Roger, Christopher, Justin, Craig, Ryan, Blake. What's up, guys? Hi, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Is my audio okay? I'm on my laptop. Just let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. You're the best window cleaner on this thread. Hey, Morris. Hey, guys. Okay, well, let's get started here. I want to, okay, good. The audio's good. Hey, Gino. Hey, Tim. Cameron, Wade. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me here. It's going to be well worth it. I'm really excited. I'm not sure I've worked as hard on something ever in my life as I did on this. So a lot of you know my story, but I'm going to just spend a couple minutes recapping it because some people really don't know who I am. We have some people from multiple industries in here, and they don't know who I am. So if you guys could share this on Facebook, let everybody know to hop in real quick. I'm going to start my screen share, and we're going to hop into it. So I'm just going to share my whole desktop. It's all good. Let me know if you guys can see this okay. You see this okay, everybody? Can you see my slideshow here? Loud and clear in Canada. All right, good. Okay, all right, let's hop into it real quick. Now, I won't be able to chat with you for a second while I go through this, but let's just dive in. We're already 3 minutes in. I'm pumped that you guys are here, and I'm just thankful. So here we go. Welcome. My name is Josh, okay? My name is Joshua Latimer. I'm 34 years young, and I'm actually in Michigan right now, visiting family. This is where I'm from. This is where I grew, and sold my company. But I live in Costa Rica now. A lot of you know that. I started out in a trailer park. I did. I delivered pizzas, and I was the best dang pizza delivery driver the town ever seen. I was super motivated. I've always been entrepreneurial and motivated, but I really didn't have any clear direction or anything back in the day. So I got married at 20 years old, and we lived in a trailer that looked just like this trailer. And we were pretty broke. Things were tight for sure. I started my company with a 1993 Chevy Cavalier with a 28-foot ladder strapped to the roof of the car. And let me tell you a story about that. I went to Home Depot to buy that ladder, that Werner ladder. It was $254, which actually is an amazing price for a ladder by today's prices. But back then, I didn't have to. I had $255. And I spent $254 on that ladder. And I was really proud of that ladder. That was a really big deal for me. But the problem with running my business like that was when I went and did estimates and stuff, I parked down the street and around the corner because it was really embarrassing. Like I was freaked out. People wouldn't hire me because my car was absolutely terrifying. There's no ladder rack. I just strapped it to the roof. So I'm sure some of you have probably been in some sort of a similar situation. And my mom always says, don't despise humble beginnings, right? So I started in a trailer park. I started a cleaning business. I ventured out on my own. I was married. We had bills. I spent my last few bucks on this ladder, and that's when I founded Birds Beware Window Cleaning. So Birds Beware is in Michigan, and I started it just like you saw in that picture. Now, this is a picture of our sign, you know, at our offices here right before I sold the company. So it definitely didn't start out with a road sign and a big, nice office. We have a beautiful office with cubicles and multiple rooms and, you know, 2 bathrooms and a whole office manager area, a ping pong room and a meeting room, and, you know, an area to do laundry. Then we have a 3-car garage in the back. We have all of our trucks coming in and out of here. But I'll tell you what, it did not start out that way. So it was hard in the beginning. It was very, very hard. I mean, my first year in business, I did $24,000 in revenue, and I worked 50, 60 hours a week hustling. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was given everything I had. But I did everything. I was the HR guy, the sales guy, the window cleaner. I was the customer service guy, the office manager, the accountant. I was everything. I maintained the little tiny bit of equipment that I had. And it was not an easy thing to do, let me tell you. My marriage suffered because of it. I had a young baby. My kids suffered. But here's the epiphany. Here's where the story starts to get good. Until one day, things changed. And the way that things changed for me was through a variety of influencers that I came across in my life. Kevin Dabrowski, which is just a genius marketing guy who had a window cleaning business in Canada. He's wrote a couple books. Now he's a high-level business consultant. I mean, this guy's working for huge software companies and places all over the world and stuff. But he had this little book called $600 an Hour. And he had some other stuff before that. And I would read his posts on window cleaning resource forums. I would consume content till 2 or 3 in the morning, just reading and learning and reading and learning. The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. You know, the whole idea of work on your business instead of in your business, you know, that book alone has changed more lives than probably any other small business book ever, right? And the deal is this, the WCRA. So I was one of the original founding paying members of the Window Cleaning Resource Association. Now, I was active on the forum, and the forum was just going crazy, growing back then. Now there's around like 30,000 registered accounts on that thing. I think I was around 1,000. And I know I was. It was around the 1,000 mark when I joined. And man, I'll tell you what, the light bulb moment for me was understanding that I needed systems, processes, automation if I was ever going to achieve my why, okay? So from the day that I had this epiphany, everything changed from that day forward. It was like a light bulb went in my head. I started looking at my business a little bit differently. Rather than me trying to, you know, earn a paycheck for myself, or me trying to go find grocery money for myself for that week, you know. And speaking of groceries, you know, my wife, she had her credit card decline multiple times trying to buy groceries back then. She'd be standing in line with a baby with hundreds of dollars worth of groceries, and the thing wouldn't go through, and she had to walk away humiliated. So I know what it's like to struggle very, very much. But once I started understanding that my business was like a machine, things started to turn around. So let's get to some happy stuff. This is my current backyard. Now, I said I moved to Costa Rica. That's where I live with my 4 kids, my brand new baby girl, Finley. So, you know, the process for me was from the trailer park to Costa Rica. Now, I think you can see that my current setup is slightly better. You can see my feet with my flip-flops overlooking the pool. And I'll tell you something, I wore 6 months or sandals for the last 6 months. I'm not kidding. I don't even put on socks. When I made this trip to Michigan, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to wear shoes. Like, I'm going to land in Flint and it's going to be cold. Like, I got to wear socks again. So this is what I've been doing. And, you know, I don't sit a lot by the pool because I've been working on this boot camp, but I can when I want. And that's an amazing thing to have available to me. So I have a couple of questions. Here is the pictures of Costa Rica, just a few pictures from Costa Rica. I did some hiking with my son. There's one of me at the beach. There's this beautiful mountain scene up in the hills of the San Jose Valley there, or the San Jose Central Valley, they call it. And then there's a picture in the bottom right of me working on the beach. So here's my question. What picture do you think, in regards to business here, what picture is my favorite picture on this page? Which one do you think it is? Because you might be surprised. I love my son very much, but in regards to the topic we're talking about, this is the picture that makes me smile the most. This picture represents my why, okay? This is the culmination of all of the work, the systems, the team building, the motivating, the pushing, the getting up early, the going to bed late, all the years of the struggle and building the machine. This is the culmination, because I'm working just a few minutes from my house on this beach, drinking a Diet Pepsi, which is not as good as a Diet Coke, but still the point stands. I can breathe. I have what's called location freedom, right? So what is your why? Because you're on this webinar, you're trying to extract value, you want to see if this is a scam or if this is worth it for you. You want to see if you can make some sort of improvement somewhere, maybe with employees or with, whatever, sales or marketing, financial, accounting, whatever it is, maybe just getting a different perspective. Maybe you're stuck, but you have an original why. If you back up, go back to the beginning, you started your business for some specific reason, okay? All of us start our business for some specific reason. And if your why isn't clear right now, you need to spend some time really drilling down into what are you trying to do? What are you doing with the business? Where's it going? Where's the final destination? So my why ultimately is about my family. And like I mentioned before, this is my beautiful high school sweetheart. She lived with me when I was delivering pizzas, and we lived in the trailer, and she's by my side now. And she's the one that had her credit card declined, right? So I don't feel bad at all when she gets to, go on a cruise, or we get to do things that we never could do back then. So the other why for me was location freedom. This picture is really cool. I'm wearing my Birds Beware window cleaning shirt. I'm standing on a mountain. Well, it's really just a really big hill on my property. So I walk out my front door. I walk straight up this monstrous hill, and this is the view that I have from my backyard. I can see the ocean from 2 different angles, and it's absolutely silent up there. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's a beautiful country. And I have location freedom. So as long as I have internet, I can work. I never could have achieved it without systems and automation in my business. So what I've done here is I've completed the cycle. Okay, I started a business, I grew the business, and I exited the business. I sold it. And it's a really cool thing. I can help you understand how to do the same things. That's what this webinar is about. We are going to dive in and look inside the boot camp here in just a minute. But what did I accomplish with my business? Here's what I accomplished. We had just over 20 employees. Okay, it's pretty cool. And the reason it's cool is because I impacted in a positive way 20 people. More than that, if you count all the people that worked for me over the years. And your business is more than just dollars. It changes your local community. It changes your family tree. It changes other people's family trees, right? You have a major opportunity by building a profitable, successful company. An opportunity to show your kids what's possible, an opportunity to show your staff what it's like to be led by someone who actually gives a crap about them. I did $157,000 in our biggest month. We had multiple $40,000+ weeks over the years. And again, this did not happen in 5 minutes. It didn't. It was all humble beginnings. But let me tell you something. When the light bulb went on for me, from that day forward, it started to happen very rapidly. This does not take a lot of time if you understand what to tweak in your business. Here's the best part. The last 2 years I owned Birds Beware window cleaning, I only worked 5 hours a week on the business. This is a 100% true fact. I had weekly reports, a couple meetings here and there, but I was starting a software company and doing some other stuff. So I was what's the word I'm looking for? I changed my focus on some other projects because the business was fine. In fact, it grew at 35% a year, both of those years, without me touching the machine, as I call it, right? So what is your why? I just want to encourage you guys, even if you buy nothing, if you don't want the boot camp, spend 10 minutes when you're done with this and just ask yourself, what am I trying to do with my business? What was the point of it, right? So I want to introduce you to the boot camp, and I want to give you a tour of it here. So let me get ready for that real quick, and we'll hop in. You can still see my screen, right? Everybody can see my screen? Cool. Everybody still good? Give me some feedback. I can see your chat again here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to log in. This is the login screen. I love the login screen. So we even thought through the details of the login screen. We have a video background here, and it's all stuff growing, right? Because this is automate, grow, sell. This is about growth, personal growth, your employee growth, your business growth. So you can see the things blooming, the flowers coming out, right? I'm being a little cheesy with that, but really even this mattered to me when I developed this product, okay? I'm gonna log into an account and just go through some of the content that's in here and show you kind of my baby for the last few months. Okay, let me make this full screen. Okay, all right, guys. So welcome to the Business Bootcamp, the Automate, Grow, Sell Business Bootcamp. This is the culmination of my effort to get all this stuff in my brain into the internet so you can access it and apply it to your business, right? I do business consulting sometimes. I don't do a lot of it because I don't have a lot of time, and I really enjoy it. But here's the problem. I got a lot more messages saying, hey, can we do 5 hours? Can I get with you? $150 an hour, $200 an hour, $250 an hour, $300 an hour. I just don't have time. So this product was developed around the idea that if I can take my business consulting approach that I help people with and build it into a web-based platform, it's way better. It's cheaper for you to go through it by a lot, and it's there forever. So it's go at your own pace. So the way that it's broke down is this. It's broken down into different modules. So if you look on the left sidebar, you got our welcome video, of course, but over here, there's different modules. So module 1 would be prepare to execute. Then you have managers versus leaders, company structure, employee preparation, employee systems, office systems, operation systems, lead generation, building your company so it's sellable, ready to execute, how to deploy these things in your business, right? I even have preloaded in here the Epic Webinar Series, special guest trainings. And here's a really big one that people are very excited about. I have an actual sales presentation video that I used to land a $250,000 cleaning job here in Michigan before I sold my company. Me and my partner, Chris, worked really hard on that for a long time. And this video is the actual one the executives were pitched to get us over the hump with that deal, along with some explanations of what we did and the strategies we used. So also included in here is my training videos for my window wealth package. I've sold over 300 of those things. They're $150 a piece, and people buy them every week from all over the world, New Zealand, UK, Canada, all over the place. I can't remember some other European countries, but we got the audio book, the ebook, right? My ebook from Window Wealth is in here, as well as the audiobook broken down chapter by chapter by chapter. One click, you're ready to go. The whole site's mobile friendly. You can listen to these things on your phone wherever you are. But let me show you a couple modules. Let's look at managers versus leaders. So each video is a tiny bite-sized chunk of a lesson, a concept, something important that you need to understand at a high level and directly apply to your business. So this is not just a bunch of videos, guys. This is a video with a homework assignment, bullet point check things, and then a direct call to action for you as a business owner to do this, this, and this so that you understand this, this, and this. And this is all about building systems and processes in your business, right? So what happens is you'll watch a video. I'll just play kind of the intro of one of these videos.
Okay, this is one of my favorite topics. Let's talk about managers versus leaders. Managers and leaders are both part of most businesses, right? But it's important to remember that they...
Okay, so I'm not going to let you sit there and just watch the whole thing, but check this out, okay? As you're going through this module, at the very end, you're going to get assigned some tasks. That's why we have a gigantic PDF workbook that you print off and take notes on as you go. Beautifully designed, step by step by step, module by module, video by video. We also have the homework packet. There's like 19 different assignments in that thing. So, and then here's one of the coolest part too. Below each video are what we call digital assets. These digital assets are links to things like your homework sheet, right? But they're also links to documents and systems that I use in my business. There's over 50, I think there's over 60 different digital assets in here, right? So like, for example, business crew hour metrics. Like here's a sample sheet you can use in your business to track crew hour. There's dozens of these things. You simply print it out, Or the real thing is that it inspires you and gives you more of an idea of how to build these for your company, right? They're littered in here after every single video. Here's an employee performance review, right? The one that we use when we do our quarterly reviews with our staff. It's already in here, right? Then we go to the next video. We do the homework. We fill out the workbook. We go step by step. We read the text where I expand on some things. Then you go to the digital assets. It links to blog posts. It links to the service systems checklist. I could go on and on and on. It's endless. If you do the boot camp correctly, it will literally take you weeks to get through the material. And that's the way it should be. This is high-level stuff. This is not something you're going to skim through in a weekend and get maximum value, right? So this is just one module, and there's a whole bunch of modules. I'll click through one more, scroll through it. Then I'll take a couple questions and kind of finish the presentation. And then I'll get into the details of how much it costs and how you can get access and all that kind of stuff. But let me just do some scrolling here. Here's a revenue tracker. We have, I think we have some sample mind maps all over in here. I'm trying to see remember which module that was in. Links to mind mapping software. Here's the mind map I used to create this boot camp, guys. Check this out. How cool is this monster? I hope you guys are seeing this. Check this thing out. This is where this all began for me last summer, right? And it's evolved and grown from a minimum viable system to a full product, right? This is what I'm going to help you do for your business, okay? So, let me hop back over into my keynote presentation here, okay? Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me get down to the nitty-gritty. This is what you get. 46 plus training videos, all shot in Costa Rica. The videos are interactive. They each have a singular purpose. They walk you through the process of building systems that your business needs, okay? Sample documents and stuff, like I said, with direct links to everything, nice and neat and organized, one click away. It's mobile friendly. The videos come with the giant workbook, like I said, right? You get that. I showed you that. You also get one-on-one coaching. This is not going to be offered probably forever, but I wanted to offer it for the launch, okay? So you're going to get 3 private one-on-one coaching sessions with me where you can ask me anything. We can solve problems together. We're going to hop on the phone. They're 3 30-minute consultations. You prepare your content and questions. We'll maximize the value. And I'm telling you, this alone is a major deal, okay? The whale fishing mini course. So the actual sales video that I use to land that huge corporate account. Some guys are ready to go after the big boys and they just need a little clarity on how to make it happen. And there are specific things you need to do different when you try to get those types of accounts. I lay out the steps and strategies that I use to do that, okay? The epic webinar series. If you didn't catch that, a lot of you probably did. It's over 3 hours of business building gold by Chris Lamborghini's, whose company was bigger than mine. Our businesses did about $500,000 a month combined. His did more than mine. But the point is that these webinars walk you through how to automate, how to grow, how to prepare your business to be sold. Plus, they all have bonus document bundles, marketing materials, all kinds of stuff that you can access anytime for life. For life. This isn't a monthly thing. This is a one-time bootcamp price for the launch only. You get it for life. You also get the Window Wealth training package. Like I said, I've sold hundreds of these things, and everything's in there nice and neat, nice and clean, up on the web. You can access it from anywhere. Private Facebook group. I have a feeling that this will be one of the most popular parts of the bootcamp because being able to network and connect with like-minded people is super, super valuable. And to be able to specifically focus on, okay, can I see a sample mind map, John? Here's a mind map I'm working on for an employee system. Here's something I'm doing for my to maintain our vehicles better. Here's something I'm doing. Here's a new technique I'm going to do next time I do an interview. Here's my new sales process. Here's my new website. Here's my new this. And getting feedback from people who are just like you. That's a big deal. So we're going to fire that thing up tonight and hopefully get some of you guys in there and then just keep building it. We're going to have private guest teaching. So a lot of you guys know I have a podcast, Quick Talk Podcast. I've been able to network with some of the awesomest business leaders from all over the place. I mean, next week's episode is with a guy who has a $14 million carpet cleaning company. These people know a lot of really important stuff. I'm going to get you access to private coaching training sessions with them. I'm going to do little webinars. I'm going to do little interviews that are only for boot camp people. All kinds of stuff's going to get loaded in that over the coming months. Okay. Private Voxer channel. This also will not always be available because it's going to make my Voxer blow up. But I tried to look at it of what would I want in a boot camp. And sometimes you get stuck or you have a simple question. I'm going to give you access to a private Voxer channel where you can take your phone and send me a little walkie-talkie message. Hey, Josh, you know, what kind of percentages did you use to do bonuses? How did you handle workers' comp with this? Or how did you, and I'll just answer you. You get direct access to me. We'll get you the details next week on that as we get that launched as well. And last but not least, you get lifetime access. You get lifetime access. So you can come back. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And you can go through everything. So I'm going to add new videos, new documents, new strategies, new private coaching sessions that I'll record. There's going to be all kinds of stuff, you know, every so often as we go forward. It'll just get updated inside your boot camp. Whew. I need a drink of water here. Sorry to make you look at this slide while I drink water. Here's the deal. You want to know how much it is, okay? Let me get to that here. This is a $2,000 product. Just gonna let that sink in for a second. It's not inexpensive, but it's worth every penny. It's worth a lot more than that. It's worth a lot more than that. And for the launch, obviously, we're not going to have you pay that much. That's a lot of money, especially for cleaners in the wintertime, and I understand that. I have a lot of compassion for that, actually. But for the people tonight, during our launch, and the next couple days after the launch, you're going to get over half off. Okay, the initial class that comes through is going to pay just under $1,000, $997 for lifetime access. Now, just a few hours of business coaching with me would cost the same amount as that. Okay, but what you get is a video-based, go at your own pace online training platform for that. But here's another little secret. I'm going to do you a little bit better only for the people on this webinar. So my buddy Derek, who's just a super nerd genius, has set it up so that the price is going to be temporarily less for about 30 minutes only for the people live on this webinar right now. So the $997 price, which will be really the lowest I'll probably ever take this, you're going to get it for even less than that. Okay, so let me see here. I'm going to have to click a button in a minute to activate this. You're going to get it for $897. Okay, so if you're watching this right now, if I'm resonating with you, you're going to be able to click a link in a moment here. I'm going to send it through the chat, and you're going to be able to pay one payment, $897, and you're going to be able to immediately log into the bootcamp, immediately download all the stuff you need, the workbooks, watch the videos, go through everything, and you're just going to pay that one fee. That's it, man. People are going to pay $2,000 for this course. They just are. It's going to happen. You don't have to be one of them. Okay, so how much is my experience and knowledge actually worth? Now, I'm not, the greatest thing ever. I'm a regular guy, but I've accomplished some really specific things that are very valuable to someone like you, and I can help you. And people will be paying a lot more than what you can pay tonight. So take action. It's $897 for life. I really hope to see you guys on the inside. I think we got another 2 minutes, 1 minute or so, and we're going to be opening the boot camp. I mean, honestly, it's a very emotional thing for me. I've worked really hard on this. I poured my heart into it, and it will change your business. It will absolutely change your business. So let me hop back over here for a moment and make sure I am, there we go. It's going. Okay, guys, check this out. Let me see. Stop this. I just want to talk to you briefly. Do you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions? I haven't been able to really engage the chat. So you can click the link for the offer, for the special offer, and go do it right now. But I want to answer any questions, okay? The next 30 minutes is the only time it will be available for that price. And not to mention the fact that we just have a lot of people that are going to come into this. Not everybody could be on this webinar, but I have a lot of people who kind of have pre-orders and they're just set up to go. So because I'm doing one-on-one coaching, I'm only one person. I can't do 100 people at the same time. It wouldn't be fair to everybody. So we're going to cap it at around 50 people. And when we hit that, that'll be it. And, until we get that class through. And the reason we're doing the price cheaper is because I want the first class, the first group of people to go through this and have a lot of success and work closely with you so that we can get more video testimonials, more success stories to keep pushing and keep growing the Automate, Grow, Sell business. Payment plan, is there a payment plan? There's a one payment plan. That's all that there is right now. I thought about offering that. It doesn't make sense for what we're doing right now. I know it's not super cheap, but it's a one-time fee for a massive amount of stuff, and I'm very confident in the value of it. So, it's going to be the $897 tonight for the next 29 minutes. Then it will go up $100, and then after registration closes, then that will be it. The discount, the price is as low as it can be. It honestly is. It honestly is. I wish my wife was here. I was going to have her come here because when I talked to her before this, I'm like, Mel, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we decided to go with. And she's just like, oh my gosh, because she's seen the work that went into this for the last 6 months. She's seen what it's taken. And I'm telling you, it's worth it. Yes, Kyle. Kyle, the $897 is all that you pay ever. So in the future, it's going to probably transform into like a monthly access thing or something. But right now, oh no. Well, send me an email, Lou. I don't know which Lou that is, but I want to help everybody do this. If you're serious about this, send me an email. We can talk, but I'm going to have to see where we're at and how many people register tonight and tomorrow and stuff. Just send me an email, josh@automategrowsell.com. Put that in the chat. Cameron, if you bought 2, we can take care of that. That's just a reversal. That's simple. I can just undo it. It's no big deal at all. No big deal at all. I don't know if it worked, John, because I'm just in the webinar. I shut down my email and everything else until I'm done with the webinar. But get it while you can. If there's an issue, we're going to be up on here tonight to support you guys to make sure you all get logged in correctly. Super simple though. As soon as you pay, you get taken to a create your account page, put in your email password, you're in. That's it. Sends you a confirmation link. Everything's nice and neat. The first group lasts forever in a way, but what I'm going to do is when you sign up, you're going to have a link where you can schedule your 3 coaching sessions with me. Some people are going to want to do, it looks amazing on an iPad, Luke. It's literally perfect for an iPad. I have a new iPad Pro actually, and the site is awesome. Check out this bad boy here, right? This is like a gigantic iPad the size of your head, but anyway, you're gonna schedule. Some people will schedule their coaching sessions right away. Boom, boom, boom. Some people probably want to go through stuff. Some people probably want to digest it for a month. There's no pressure on when you do it. The whole thing's designed so that you can work it around your business. Because when you're working in the field, you can't sit down and go through all this stuff when you're stressed out and you're trying to survive, right? But maybe you're going to carve out an hour a week or a couple hours a week. So when you're ready for the coaching session, it's just available to you. Okay, that's how it's going to work. Plus the Voxer channel thing. Next week we're going to get the details on the. Next week you're going to get the details on the Voxer channel where you can Vox me quick questions. There's going to be certain guidelines with it, like the boxes have to be less than a minute long and stuff. But that's going to be a massive thing. The consultation is 3 30-minute consultations, but if anybody on here knows me, it's I'm not a hard stickler on that. I mean, you got to understand where I'm coming from here. Let me just put away the sales talk for a second. You guys have to succeed with this for me to grow a business with this product, right? I'm going to be obsessed with your success. I'm going to be pushing you. I'm going to be calling you. We're going to be following up, making sure we're helping you, getting you the mind maps, getting you the documents, how to run a team, whatever. I mean, there's so much stuff. I just need you to win so that you can tell the world, hey, I did the Automate, Grow, Sell Bootcamp, and my business is winning, right? If any of you watched Louis' testimonial, he previewed the boot camp ahead of time. He made me a 7-minute testimonial. He was not paid to do that. And he went through an incomplete boot camp, and it just blew his mind, because when you start going through it, you're going to understand the power of all the content, okay? But the real power isn't even in the content. It's in the application of the content. And that's why we made a private Facebook group, the Voxer channel, and the coaching sessions, because the accountability is what is really going to make the difference. Because I've bought stuff and not got through it. We don't want that to happen. Howard Partridge never followed up. Well, you're going to be getting followed up. My partner Chris is going to be reaching out tomorrow and following up with a lot of you guys, because there's going to be an onboarding process. We're going to let you know the expectations, what to expect with this, tell you how to go through it. Make sure you got the Calendly link so you can have your private coaching sessions. Make sure you have everything you need, and we're going to serve you. You know, every business I have is built to serve the customer, and you guys will be my customer on this. Will the balance of the remaining presentation be? Yes, Alan. Yeah, I'm just going to answer questions and chat. That's all. Yep. So if you're all set, you can go. There's nothing magical going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen is the price is going to go up $100 in another 24 minutes. That's all that's going to happen. So if you guys have any questions, business, you can shoot them at me. I'm just going to hang out with you guys right now. I'll pull up the site on my iPad so you guys can see what it looks like. Assuming I can. Let me see. Okay. You guys see this? You see this okay? Here, I'll show you a really cool feature of the iPad Pro too. When you play a video on this, okay, this is really sweet. I'm going to turn it down a little. You can take the video and pop it out and go do other stuff, like on your iPad.
All right, guys, let's
you can make it little.
Business triangle. Okay, well,
I can go, into, another app or whatever. Let me see. I'll open Mail, right? And I can
inside my business that really
I can move it around the place. How awesome is that?
Where we were doing. I call it the business.
If you sell your business, will you be able to transfer the membership?
Exactly the same for your
yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, you'd have to reach out to us so we make sure we understand what's going on, but that's not unreasonable at all. So, absolutely. If you sell your business, that would be awesome. Selling your business is a really cool. Hey, thanks, Brandon. Thank you so much, Brian. Brian, hey, thank you so much, Brian. Sorry, I'm getting confused on some of the comments here. Oleg, thank you so much. You guys aren't going to be disappointed with this. I stand behind my stuff. I'm well known in the community. This is everything I got. It's my best stuff. It's put out there, and frankly, it's cheap. It really is. So, in my opinion, it's absolutely complete bargain. So, I don't want to mess around and try to nickel and dime everybody and make it $1 million. It just isn't going to work. But we also need to get going in the spring before we all get into our busy season to get some things in place and to make some changes and to get motivated and to get going. So that's what this is all about, man. Any other questions? Any business questions at all? Registration's going to not really close. It's just that the price is going to go up $100. So I'm seeing a lot of questions about when does registration close. It's not going to close yet until we max out, how many spots we sell. If we sell too many, I don't know, we might refund some of them back and then wait. It'll open again in the future, but it won't ever be this price. This is the grand opening. This is the first thing. So this will be the best deal that it ever will be, probably by quite a bit. It's going to go up to $2,000 in a few days. Thomas, thank you. Thank you for your support and trust. Thank you for your support and trust. I mean, when I bought that ladder for $254 at Home Depot, yeah, you can delay your calls. You can do them whenever you want. They're yours. You own them, and we'll make it work around you. So when I bought that ladder, I didn't have any money. I spent all that money on the stinking ladder, and It made me sick, but it made me excited too. So you have to invest in your personal growth or you're just not going to learn anything. I signed up for the WCRA. I bought every book you can imagine. I had CDs and cassette tapes and on everything. You have to educate yourself. And the way to educate yourself is to make sure you're getting information from someone who's done exactly the same thing you're trying to do. What's the name of my business? It's my window cleaning business was Birds Beware Window Cleaning. It's in Fenton, Michigan. You can Google it. You can just put Birds Beware Michigan. It's the SEO on it's really good for whatever reason. It's just a really old domain name, and it's been around for a long time. At what staff size did you decide to move to the current Birds Beware headquarters? Oh, that's a great question. I'll tell you, if you've been watching Dave Carroll, he's just got a really sweet office. And I'll tell you, if anybody of you guys have an office, that's an unbelievable thing. It's super scary. I think he's paying almost $3,000 a month for his new office space, right? I think the rent on our place was only about $2,000 when we started, a little less than that. But I'll tell you, it's a big deal. So our staff size, we had more than one office. The one that we ended up in, that they're still in right now, we've been in for a couple of years because it was really big. We could grow with it. But before that, we were renting this little duplex. We had trucks all over the yard. Before that, it was in my house. And before that, before it was in my house, I had this tiny little closet that I rented from a buddy of mine for like $100 a month. But let me see. How long did I operate my business? About almost 10 years. See, the way that it worked for me was I started with the ladder on the car. I got up to about 200 customers, and then I took a job. I started working at a bank. And I thought, hey, I should just get a job. It wasn't working. I didn't know what to do. And then after I worked for a bank for almost 2 years, I did mortgages, worked at a bank. I decided to restart my window cleaning business. Yeah, 18 minutes left, guys. I started my window cleaning business, but this time I was more focused. I thought I would have those 200 customers waiting for me, right? So I send out letters. Me and my wife sat on the TV trays. We wrote out these envelopes with this letter saying, hey, Birds Beware is back. And we kind of relaunched it, so to speak. And here's the deal. I got 6 customers. 6 out of those 200. I wanted to throw up is what I wanted to do. It was absolutely one of the darkest moments ever. But we made it through. Yeah, if you have a duplicate order, we'll take care of everything. I see several people accidentally ordered it twice, so we'll just reverse that. Not a big deal. Super easy for us to do that. Don't worry. We're here for you. Let me see. Am I not answering someone's questions? Oh, how long did I operate? Okay, so after I got my 6 customers, from that day forward, it's been about 8 years. About 8 years or so. The first couple, I didn't know what I was doing. The last 5, it just started. Really, I had 3 rocket ship years where I understood the systemizing thing. And then the last 2 years, I really just stepped completely back. I had a full-time office manager, a full-time operation manager, a full-time sales manager. I had an operations liaison, which is just a guy who goes around and checks on the crews and would keep people out to lunch and would make sure that the meetings were getting run properly, making sure there's accountability with certain things we were doing. But every job position was locked up and taken care of, not by me. And that was really the goal. Let me see. Josh, I've had some of your other material and it's been worth every penny. Thanks for another great deal. John, thank you very much. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. No doubt, it really does. When will we be able to log on to the Automate Grow Sell website? Immediately. As soon as you purchase the membership, one time for life, as soon as you do it, it takes you to a page where you create a username and password. That's it. You're in. You're in. That's it. How long do you foresee it taking for a business to become fully operated systematically? It depends a lot on what your why is. I have some people I work with that they want to make $35,000 a year personal income, and they don't want to have to touch it, and that's what they want. That's it. They use it as a retirement. You can use your business as a retirement mechanism, right? Social Security ain't going to save your day, right? But if you have a small business and you automate it, and you can go have a cup of coffee in the morning and check on it, and it makes you an income, that's great. Other people want to do 2 million and they want to, have these huge goals. So it depends. That's why we have the coaching session, so we can figure out what's best for you. I apologize if I missed the first half of this quick summary of the program. Quick summary of the program, 30 seconds. No problem, Seth. Hey, that's what we're here for. So the Automate Grow Sell Bootcamp, online, go at your own pace, web-based learning system. There's 46 training videos, all shot in Costa Rica. It's not just a bunch of videos for you to watch. It's an interactive workbook. You print off this big, beautiful workbook, and you go through, and it's like a training course, almost like a college level business course is really what it feels like when you go through it. And you have lifetime access, private Facebook group, Voxer access, 3 personal one-on-one coaching sessions with me specific to your business. And I think 50, 60, maybe 70, sample documents, PDFs, worksheets, all kinds of financial stuff, employee stuff, lots of employee stuff. The number one issue that I hear is employee systems not working, making bad hires, people flaking out, having negativity. That's by far the number one thing. Josh, I've been in the business over 20 years, looking to revamp the way we do things. I bought the bootcamp looking forward to find out what CRM is working best for window cleaners. Awesome. I have a whole module. Well, not the whole module is not about CRMs, but there's one training about, customer relationship management, why it's important to have, your metrics tracked. You can do a lot of things with a CRM that you cannot do if you're just using Outlook or Google Calendar or something. And we're going to get into that, understanding your numbers. The main theme here is to become an executive, not just a technician. That's what needs to happen to have an automated business. And to be fair, having an automated business isn't for everybody. Some people, they're artisans. They like to be the carpet cleaner that understands the pH of the thing, and it's their passion, right? There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's great. Those people are awesome. I love meeting people who are passionate about whatever they do. But for me, I wanted to have freedom to move about. I can live anywhere in the world now because of my cleaning business. When I started, I told my wife, babe, if we can make $500 a week, we're golden. That's all if I can just get 3 jobs a week, $160 each, or maybe I said 4 $125 jobs a week, we're good. I got to get 4 people a week, because I was comparing that income to my pizza delivery income, right? Like my mentality was like way down here. I was just thinking, God, I got to figure this out. I got to figure it out. I had no idea what the top end would be. Like I mentioned earlier, I interview a guy on Tuesday for my podcast who does 14 million in carpet. And his business, I think it's only like 6 years old or 8 years old or something. You can scale these companies really big. And these guys who are running these huge monsters, Chris Lamborghini's, this guy Michael Kaplan, Matt Rawl was my interview this week. He's a $5 million business. There's all these huge companies. They're not different than you. They just view their business different than you might. They don't do anything different. You don't have to be a genius. You have to understand, you have to change your paradigm, right? You got a pair of glasses. You need to put on the employee, technician, self-employed glasses over here. You need to grab the executive level, CEO, business building, work on your business glasses, put those on, and you start seeing things a little bit differently. So guys, there's only about 10 more minutes left. Let me hop back in the chat here. What happens is you get a confirmation email, Sean. You click the link, and then you're going to create your own username password right then. You create it. Okay, Cameron. Oh, wait, Gino. We did 300,000 last year, and we were just scattered. I know we can do more, but I need organization. The 300,000 mark is a pain point. That is a very tough spot, Gino. So that was the hardest point for us. Getting through there up to about 500,000 it's hard because you can't maximize your efficiency. You need all these people to work for you, but that 300,000 gets spent in 2 seconds, right? So what you got to do is focus on assembling the team, focus on making sure that you can finance their payroll somehow, even if you're eating beans and rice. Get the team in place. Then from that 300 level up, what you're going to do is you're going to maximize the productivity. You're going to look at each crew you have and squeeze another 30% out of them by, adjusting prices and the way that you sell and all that. Okay, so what's the biggest move you made that really started you on your way to getting to work on instead of in your business? It was the window cleaning resource forum. It was knowing that other people were out there doing it. I had no idea. I didn't know this little guy in my hometown had a window cleaning business. I thought it was really cool. And so I thought it was cool. So I started doing it. I didn't know this was a whole, subculture. These people are everywhere. And we did pressure cleaning, a lot of stuff. And the boot camp is not just for window cleaners. I want to be really clear about that. We're going to have carpet cleaners, landscapers. It's all the same. All the companies have the same architecture. This will work for all of those things. How did y'all make reminder phone calls to your customers? Did you ask if they were ready to schedule again, or did you have a clever script? I'm big on phone scripts, okay? Not being a robot, but scripting out the key points that have to be happened. So here's a couple of phone script tips, okay? First of all, always be assumptive. It doesn't mean being pushy and being a bully and trying to act like a smooth, cheesy car salesman on the phone. But what it means is if you're calling someone to schedule again, rather than saying, hi, Mrs. Jones, I was just wondering if you'd like to get your windows cleaned again, Mrs. Jones, because, that'd be really cool. What do you think, right? Instead of that, you might say something like, hey, Mrs. Jones, this is Josh with Birds Beware Window Cleaning. And the reason I'm calling you today is, Robert left a note last fall that we should follow up with you this spring to schedule an appointment. And actually, if you schedule before April 1st, you're going to save 15% off the price. Which works best for you, mornings or afternoons? That's what you say. And that was just without me even thinking about it. Here's the point. Be assumptive, positive, and don't ask yes or no questions. Always ask what's called a forced choice close. Like, when we schedule the work, Mr. Jones, did you want to pay with a check or credit card? Do you have a preference? Or instead of saying, can I have your email address? You say, which email address should I send the receipt to? I mean, little things. And the boot camp is full of this stuff, just tons of it. Not to be difficult, my card was hacked last week. I can only pay with PayPal until a new card comes in. Can I PayPal you? Yeah, sure. You can PayPal. Just send it to josh@windowwealth.com. That's my PayPal. Sorry, I just now saw that, Phil. You can send the PayPal. Hopefully you're still seeing this. That was a minute ago. Gino, I'm at the same point. Been stuck for a few years. We should talk. That's what the Facebook group's for, right? You and Gino need to talk. You guys need to talk because you're in the same spot. I tried putting my info in 2 times. How do I know the order went through? The order will go through. It might be getting clogged up. I don't even know how many orders we've had. I don't know. I have no idea. I need to check that. The way you know it went through is after you click, pay, it takes you to the page where you can create an account. So if you didn't make it to that page, we might need to check and see what's going on here. Oh my God. There's a lot of them. Let me see. Okay. Listen, guys, hurry up. If you want to do it, do it. It looks like a lot of you have already done it, which I appreciate very much. And the price is going to go up $100 in 7 minutes. 7 minutes from now, it goes up $100. Pete, let me see. Did I get your order, Pete? I don't know. Peter Privity. Yes. Looks like we might got 2, Pete. We might have to take care of that. There's a couple of them with 2. Geez, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. I think just too many people are doing it at the same time, but we will take care of it. So I apologize that happened. We'll stay up all night and make sure everything gets set up the way that it should, and that you get your money back if you bought it twice. So you don't need to buy it twice. You only need to buy it once. I didn't make it to that page, but I did get a receipt in my email. Okay. Well, if you click the receipt in your email, it will take you to a page where you can create your username and password and immediately log into the bootcamp. Josh, it does not take you to the page. It sends you an email link to click. Okay. I'm sorry about that, Brett. I'm trying to think. I need to ask Derek. I need Derek. He was my master chief architect with this whole thing. So yeah, if it doesn't take you to the page, check your email, check the spam folder too, because when I did some test transactions earlier today, it was dumping it in the spam folder, which just drives me crazy. But Pete, we'll get you taken care of. I didn't make it to the page, but I did get a receipt. Okay, I think I'm caught up on questions. If I missed your question, just ask it again. Ask it again if you don't mind. Do you mind if I call you about the customer factor? No. I love the customer factor. It's awesome. I've used it forever. I'm friends with Steve. He's a great guy. Always answers his phone. He supports his, it's about service, service is hard to put a value on. So it's very inexpensive, and you get really good service there. So yeah, I think, oh, hold on here. There we go. Coming at you now. Time to grind. Need to get that 997. Send me an email, Wade. Send me an email, okay? I am tired. Me and Derek worked till 4 a.m. 2 nights in a row on this thing, just to make sure everything was hooked up correctly. Keeps asking me to complete my order. When I do, it resets and clears my credit card info. Derek, do you have any idea with that? Jeff has maybe a field was filled out wrong or something. I don't know. Jeff, can you send through? Is there a way to? I don't think you can do a private message, but I'm going to send you an email and get me your phone number, and then let me see. No, actually, Jeff, it went through. I can see it on here. So don't do it again. Your order looks like it just came through. Looks like it just came through. So sorry about that, Jeff. There's some sort of refreshing thing going on. We'll get that fixed up. 4 minutes, guys. If you have any friends that were interested that couldn't make it, I'm a huge, big Send Jim fan. Hope Bootcamp will be of the same value. Oh, it will. Thank you for your support, man. Send Jim is so much fun. I'm having so much fun with that business right now, and it's been really cool. So I really appreciate your support. And the Bootcamp really has more value. It just does, because it can change everything about your business. Send Jim is super good. It's just, you bought it 3 times. Oh crap. I don't. You might have. We'll get you taken care of though. Okay. 3 minutes, everybody. Real quick, if you have any other questions, ask them now. I am going to sign off at 8. The price is going back up $100, and then we're going to start, maybe doing some promotions tomorrow. I'm going to be meeting with Keith Kalfas tomorrow. He has a landscaping business and a huge YouTube channel. We're going to shoot a video or 2 together, I hope, and we're going to be promoting it. And we'll see where it goes. But I'm here for you, and part of me feels uncomfortable feeling like an internet marketer or something, but that's not what this is at all. I'm a window cleaner. I'm a small business owner, and I have 4 kids. I started with nothing in the trailer. I built a company, grew it, and sold it. I just did. That's what happened. I understand the process, and I can help you understand the process. Is this different? It's actually nothing like Accelerate at all as far as what I understand Accelerate to be. So, in fact, I plan on really promoting and helping with Accelerate, because Perry Tate is a friend, and he's got a very passionate vision for that. So I don't focus in this boot camp on technical. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for saying Send Jim is amazing. I don't focus on technical perfection. My passion isn't teaching you how to squeegee something better or how to power wash something better. I don't care about that stuff. I care about building a company that doesn't need you to touch it every 5 seconds for it to produce you profit. That's my deal. So Automate, Grow, Sell is all about that. Mike, I hope that answers your question. They're just kind of 2 different things, both good. Did I get yours, Chris? I think we have more than one Chris that has bought one. Yeah, we're getting multiple orders, Derek. Guys, don't do it twice if it doesn't work. We're going to have to do some cleanup here. Any other questions? 1 minute, 2 minutes to go. Sean, we'll get you taken care of. What we're going to do is we have everybody's email address. If you have multiples, we will get everything squared away, and you should get an email saying, hey, you're squared away. If there's something wrong or something, send me an email tomorrow, josh@automategrowsell.com, and we'll obviously take care of it right away. There's this chat icon at Automate, Grow, Sell. It's a good place to ask questions. That's right. So we do have a live chat feature built into the bootcamp. If you have a question, you're stuck on something, we really aren't going to use that for businessy questions, but really like, hey, this video is not loading, or where's my password, or something like that. There's a little green bubble in the bottom right. I don't know what right is when you're watching this webinar, but the bottom right of your screen, click it. You can talk with us, and you're good to go. Yeah, it's eMyth for contractors. It's similar to that. Yeah, it's got my own twist on it. I'll tell you some of my own twists. 1 minute to go, and the price is going up $100, and it isn't coming down. Is it capped at 50 people? Yes. I mean, if we get 60 or something, then maybe I'll still do that. I want to make sure that I'm available, full attention to everybody that needs me to be available when they go through this, at least for the first 6 weeks straight, so we can, all succeed together. I want to be involved in the Facebook groups, the private one-on-one coaching, the Voxer channel, all that stuff. So how much more documentation is there compared to what came with the Epic webinar? Way more. Mike, this isn't even comparable. I mean, the Epic webinar, people pay $150 just for that Epic webinar. I've sold 35 Epic webinars, right? This bootcamp has the Epic webinar in it, plus 100. If the bootcamp's 100%, the Epic webinar is like 15%. It's a value bomb. It really is. It's a ton of stuff. Is there a replay link to the webinar? I think we're going to do it. I think it's being recorded, and I'll post a YouTube video to it so people can watch it. They're going to be a little bummed because they're going to get paid $9.97, which is still an awesome deal, really good deal, because people next week are going to pay $1,900 and something for it. So remember, you're buying a $2,000 high-level, professional grade, full strength course. Let's see. Look forward to working with you. Got the go ahead from the wife? That's awesome, Luke. That's important, man. You don't want her seeing that charge and freaking out, right? Although I have bought some business training things and made sure my wife didn't know about it in the early days because I was hungry for the knowledge, and it's worth it. And I won't let you or your wife down. I'll make sure that you succeed, I promise. You have my word. A lot of people know me in person. We don't offer any payment plans right now. It's too much to manage for us. We had an overwhelming response to this. So, you got the one payment, and that's kind of the deal. So, Derek, am I good to sign off on here? Can you live chat me here? I haven't eaten today. My wife brought me some chicken and an orange. So I'm going to kind of dig through what we have and make sure everybody gets their refunds. I'd pay for hiring my first guy. That's a great step. I guess I have to buy at regular price. Rudy, don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad about that. You got to do what you got to do, for one. And let me see. That's a big deal, hiring your first guy, though. That's exciting. The second person I ever hired runs my business now. And I remember telling him, I'm going to close with this. When I started my company, we would write out work orders. I'd sit on this plastic Little Tykes picnic table in my garage, and I would write out this work order. Hey, Rob, you got to go here. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I would tell him, we're going to build a monster. We're going to build this. We're going to build that. We're going to have 10 trucks. We're going to have 20 people. We're going to do, this much a week. We're going to do that. I told him, you're going to have a company car someday. You're going to run this whole company. Guess what? He has a company car, and he runs the whole company. And vision casting is a really important part. That's why in the beginning of this webinar, I said, what is your why? You got to have an absolute focus on where you're trying to go, whether it's set yourself up for retirement or whether it's just make more money, whether it's be able to take vacations more often, maybe it's get out of debt. It doesn't matter what your why is. It matters that you pick it and obsess over it. That's the key. So, okay, I'm good to go. And I thank you all. I appreciate you. There's still almost 50 people in here, man. I appreciate all you guys very much. We're over an hour. I'm going to hit stop broadcast, and you can hit me up on Facebook if you have any questions. I might even do a Periscope tonight. Keep the party going. And let me know what you think. A lot of you guys are in the boot camp watching it right now. The thing that I just made over the last 6 months. It's really cool for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.